The naval exchanges and airstrikes of the 2026 war have paused, leaving massive cargo vessels dead in the water across the Gulf. Since a fragile ceasefire took effect on April 7th, physical combat has largely halted. The economic damage, however, is rapidly accelerating. The world's most critical energy corridor, the Strait of Hormuz, remains effectively closed to free commercial transit. This military standoff is increasingly becoming a struggle for control over the geography of transit itself. This radar map shows the physical bottleneck. At its narrowest point, the strait is barely 21 miles across, yet it dictates the flow of global energy and logistics. Massive container ships and oil tankers are trapped on either side. These slow, heavy logistics vessels cannot navigate contested waters without severe risk. Instead of facing a military blockade, shipping companies are now encountering a newly established toll system enforced by Tehran. Iran's foreign ministry defends the practice as standard maritime administration. Their official position is that it's normal that services provided would require a price. With these shipping lanes obstructed, global powers are forced to consider a formal system of transit fees just to keep the international market from collapsing. The United States has maintained its leverage through a strict naval blockade, cutting off external resources from reaching Iranian ports. Iran's counter-leverage relies entirely on enforcing asymmetric control over the Hormuz chokepoint. They maintain this control using fast, highly mobile patrol boats operated by the Revolutionary Guard. Armed with mounted machine guns, these small crafts easily harass and surround massive commercial vessels. Traditional blue water navies are built for deep ocean combat. In narrow, congested coastal waters, smaller, agile military forces hold immense tactical advantage. This local standoff is causing cascading disruption across global oil and gas markets, freezing investments and spiking energy prices. The disruption at the strait has created a level of economic pressure that is forcing Washington toward a diplomatic solution. With the supply chain paralyzed, open warfare shifted into intense back-channel diplomacy. To bridge the lack of direct communication between Washington and Tehran, mediators stepped in, primarily driven by Pakistani military leaders. On the U.S. side, President Donald Trump maintained a cautious approach, instructing negotiators not to rush. Meanwhile, Secretary of State Marco Rubio signaled that a robust proposal was on the table. This diagram shows the core framework of the proposal, a 14-point memorandum of understanding. The core trade is straightforward. The United States agrees to dissolve its naval blockade, and in direct exchange, Iran ensures safe transit through the strait. The economic weight of these transit issues cornered the U.S. administration. Unfreezing the global supply chain became the absolute highest priority of the talks. Yet this 14-point agreement leaves out Iran's highly enriched uranium program. Tehran's nuclear capability was the original sticking point of the 2026 war and the historical catalyst for Western intervention. Under this new framework, the nuclear threat is completely sidelined. Negotiations over uranium are delayed to a vague 30 to 60-day window after the Maritime agreement is signed. To secure immediate economic and logistical relief, the United States is willfully bypassing its deepest historical red lines. While this deal may formally end the violence and lower the immediate geopolitical temperature, it comes at a profound, unstated cost. The United States and its allies are effectively validating this model of geographic leverage on a global scale. Cargo will likely begin moving through the Strait of Hormuz again, but those ships will be permanently shadowed by a newly legitimized armed toll authority. The 2026 war concluded with the signing of a business agreement, demonstrating that in the modern era, controlling the supply chain can be more effective than military force.